And today it's an absolute blessing. When you open the curtains of the blinds and wherever you're at, I know here there's a beautiful frost and the sun has come up today again. I said to a group of women the other night that whenever we are in confusion or looking to know the answers to anything in life, take a wee look at nature. And when you take time to be present, and again when I stood this morning and felt the sun on my face, the message was there are brighter days ahead. Today is a bright day, not even the reflection of the sun, but it'll always give the message or an answer that perhaps that you're in need of today. So whatever you're feeling today or going through, this too will pass, and there are brighter days to come. And today, again, there is always something to give thanks for. So this morning, I thought, again, what will today be about? And I know many know about what we have come through ourselves this last week or so as a family. But I wanted today's live to be about life and the meaning of life and what life means to you. And two words popped into my head, and a word that I would never use, exult, and rejoice. Rejoice in this day. And something that I have learned or experienced myself is that, and always, and anything that I've been talking about or teaching about, is the choice. How we get to choose. As an individual, it doesn't mean that you have to make a choice based on someone else's opinion, someone else's thoughts, someone else's beliefs. You get your choice on how you wish to see each day and how you wish to experience every moment really that comes along your way. So what does life mean to you? What is the meaning of life? To live. And we say, am I living today or am I simply existing? And I know certainly there are mornings when it is a dark morning outside and when you're in bed, the struggle to get up and to get out. But this is where that wee bit of action takes place. This is where you can do it. You can move. You can walk. I believe in you. I trust in you. You've got this. And whatever it is to come, it doesn't mean that you need to be hopping and skipping and jumping around the place, but you can do this if you believe in yourself and try to have a trust in something that is it's unexplainable what it is, and to know that you are going to be guided and walk through whatever you're coming through in your life. Now, I have to say, and I think this is, as I said to my brother, I think people would find it very difficult to understand the blessings that we have come through, the blessings that we have had, the joy that we have had, and just even last week, how perfect everything was. And I think because of, as people would say, and I know people don't mean to say this, but if there's something that I could delete from vocabulary, is that I can't even say that word. In these uncertain times and due to the circumstances, we'll just leave these uncertain times, because what I am certain of is this particular moment here, as I've always said, that I am certain that I am sitting here speaking to you. But what we have came through and experienced ourselves has been nothing other than perfection, has been nothing other than rejoicing. It is nothing than has been celebration, to celebrate the life. And it's always something that my father had said, to celebrate the life. And that is something we've done. And we've had the blessings. And I know people, again, may find this difficult to understand, that because it's tradition in Ireland and that we have wakes and everybody comes to pay their condolences and people wish that they could do more. But under the circumstances that it was forbidden or people chose not to because of fear. And that's all right. However people wish to experience their emotions or days, that's entirely up to them. But it has been perfect. Everything has been perfect. Everything that we have wished for, everything that we hoped for, we had it and we got more. And a thing that was very important for us as a family was not to plant fear into children or grandchildren, to rejoice, to celebrate in life, to speak about the good times, to have the laugh. And we had it all. We had it all. We had the sun on the morning that we took my father's remains to be buried. The sun shone for us. A rainbow came out in the sky afterwards. We had our music on, we jived, we danced, and each and every person, when we looked round that was there that day, everybody brought their own uniqueness. We say we've all a touch of craziness in us. We've all a touch of that magic within us all. So never think that you are insignificant. Never think that you are unimportant, because everybody brings their own bit of uniqueness to everything in this life. And a legacy is that which, when we are not in body form, the legacy that we leave on this earth. And that's what we rejoice and celebrate. And that's what it has been for us. It has been perfect. It has been absolutely perfect. And we had our beautiful time in our home. And Daddy was always there anyway. And that's the way it has been. So my heart goes to those that feel that they could have done more, or that they could have been there, or they could have come to the home rather than looking in from a distance, rather than being afraid to come and touch you. And I think that's something that I look forward to for us as a human race, is that we come back into contact with one another. We know how to communicate with one another. We start to drop fears. And even if you don't know someone, if you're out walking today, a complete stranger, rather than jumping to the other side of the street, say good morning. And if you're even wearing a mask, they'll hear you through that. Good morning. And I think it's a reassurance that people need to feel, I am safe. That I am safe. And that is the truth. You are safe. Whenever, and these are just my beliefs, whenever our time is to come, it is to come. There is nothing that will prevent that. There's nothing that's going to stop that. But certainly we can navigate the road to that which is the ending of the road here on this life in body form. And at that day, I've explained to a few ladies, for myself, I get a choice. Do I wish to witness death, or do I wish to experience life? And I am so blessed that every single day of my life, for this last good few years, that I have been consistent and persistent. And that's something that I would advise anyone, is to be consistent, to be persistent in your practices. Because events, situations, and not just in death, but everything, everyday happenings in life. Should it be your children doing home studies? Should it be your husband or yourself even thinking that work's going to stop? These are all emotions. These are all human experiences. And we must be consistent and persistent in our practices. Because if we believe that it is just me that is in control, that I must master all of these things, that I must be in control of everything, that's when we slope and we fall into the darkness, and we fall into depression and anxiety and worry and fear. And with your practices, when your belief grows stronger that I am much, much more than this, that everything is in divine order. It's divinely orchestrated. And since my father's passing, there has been nothing but miracles every day of the week. We'll say, watch out for the mini miracles. Watch out for the things that take place in your life. And the choice that we get to make. I chose that day to stand and feel the sun on my face, to hear the birds singing, to breathe in the air, rather than focusing on the death, on a box going into the ground. Because that is not the energy of my father. That was his home at one stage. But his energy still, it's always here. It's always about. And if anyone has passed belong to you, or if you need any answers to anything, I guarantee you ask, because I did this during the week. I need to have a conversation with you. There's a question I need to ask you. I says, can you come into my dream state? And sure enough, that happened. And I got my answer. But it's our belief. And I think if we are stuck in that belief of a fluffy heaven or a burning hell, that somebody's looking down on us, you can put your hand out. It is there. We are always surrounded by this energy. And if you can't see that for yourself, take a look at that which is here, still on this earth. Look at your sister, look at your brother, look at your children, look at your grandchildren. It's always there because there's always a part of that within that. But we get the choice. And I am not saying that we don't have mourning to go through. By God, we still have that to go through. We still have our emotions and everything. And fear will find and start to creep its way in because we're getting ourselves again into the future. And worry and all of those things. But if we remain present in any part of our day, you remain present and you know everything is perfect. I am safe. And I have always blessings. I always have blessings. There is nothing to give gratitude or blessings for in this day. So that is really my message for today. What is life to you? Are we truly living when we are in fear? Is that living for you? And we believe we are coming from love, which people do. I want to protect you. I want to keep you safe. You need to do this in order to be safe. But we all get our choice on how to navigate through life. And I am blessed for myself that I have always been consistent and persistent. I know that I can tap in and tune in to whatever that I need my answers to or anything that I question. I trust 100%. That I trust that there's always a reason for everything. And even though when we're stuck in the midst of something and we cannot find our way out of it, you will look back and say, and that's the reason why. And before all of this took place, we all got our signs. We all got our notification of what was to come. Well, we didn't know exactly what was coming, but when we looked back, we said, and that's why that happened. That's why that took place. And even for my brother, and he would say that I'm not as spiritual as you girls are, but he had the most beautiful dream. And I'm so happy for him that he could see things differently because it brings you that sense of peace. And yes, we come out of that peace sometimes. And I suppose for ourselves what protection is to protect. And it's not to say that people don't know the right thing to say or do, because people don't know what to say in a time of grief. I am sorry for your loss. There is no need to be sorry. Please do not be sorry, for we have lost nothing. We have lost absolutely nothing. We have gained. We have gained joy. We have gained love. We have gained unification. We have gained strength. We have gained courage. We have gained all. So there is nothing to be sorry for there is no loss. Not in this house. And I know that's the common words that we always want to say to people. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that your daddy's not here, that you can't see him in form today, but that's okay. For me, I am able to have a conversation with him if I wish. But that's where our belief, our trust, our love, our understanding comes from. And so for anyone that is going through anything at the moment, and it doesn't have to be the mourning of someone, be present in your day and look to children, even though they may be getting on your every nerve ending. Look to children, how, and even in the home studies, in the schools, how can I bring joy to this today? When you start to bring joy into something, learning becomes easier. Even in business, when we're getting caught up in, oh, will I get sales this day? I need to get this, I need to get that. Without the intention of going out to say, I am going to get X amount of clients today. How best can I bring joy to someone else's day today by what I deliver, by what I can bring? If I can bring someone hope today, if I can bring someone joy today, if I can put a smile on someone's face today, through my talents, my gifts, my abilities, that's fine. That's great. Because you know what? Even in business, people are human. People have emotions. And how can we best rejoice to this day today? How can we bring joy to the world today? Because it is through all of that. It is through shifting our vibrations. I'll tell you, everything will start to change. But it always starts with you. It must start with you today. And certainly, you're going to find your tribe. of that, what you wish to gel towards, and the vibration that we're all in. And if we choose to stay in the fear, and that is your choice, and that does not make you wrong, all right, you certainly will have a lot of other people that are also in that bubble. If you choose today to go out and actually see that sun and feel that sun in your face and hear that message, today is a good day and brighter days to come, then you will start to gel to those that also believe and feel and think like that there. Again, it doesn't make you right and it doesn't make you wrong. But what makes you feel better? How can I bring healing to this day? How can I bring hope to this day? And I don't think it's through fear. For me, anyway, it's not through fear. So anyway, ladies and